Ladies and gentlemen, geniuses of the internet, my name is Team Rocket Joey. Yes, sir, and today it's going to be nothing crazy. I'm going to tell you guys where I was at mentally when I purchased all of my products, all of my investments in Pokemon cards, because at a certain point in time, the market had zero confidence. At a certain point in time when I was buying a lot of things, the market didn't agree with what I was doing. Now today, the market's not agreeing with what I'm doing. And, it's okay. It's okay if anybody needs to hear this. It's okay if you don't have any prismatic evolutions. It's okay if you don't have any ascended heroes. It's okay if you don't have any destined rivals. It's okay if you're buying other TCGs other than Pokemon right now because you don't want to pay 2-3x MSRP for brand new boxes. It's okay. It is completely okay. Is it right or wrong? I don't know. Time will tell, but just know that it's okay. You'll be fine, As long as you're investing your money somewhere, it's better than not investing at all. In anything. You can literally buy anything. You don't even have to buy Pokemon cards. You can buy gold, silver, stocks, crypto, whatever, right? So, I guess, actually, literally almost everything I ever bought has been mocked, has been clowned, has been ridiculed, has been said it's a terrible investment. Right now, everyone is saying Sword and Shield Era is dead, even though it's up hundreds of % on the year. That doesn't make sense. So, I guess let's just start from top down. Let's start off with the Charizard UPC. Now you guys like, all of you guys like the brand new one. You guys like the brand new Charizard UPC, the Charizard X EX. That subjectively has worse promo cards, okay? Worse promo cards, worse art. Nobody wanted this box. This was a $70 box, $80 box under MSRP. MSRP was $120. $80, $70. Nobody wanted this box. I was buying them because, nobody wanted them. They looked cool. It seemed extremely undervalued. You could pick them up from Target under $100 in Target because they were lining the shelves and nobody wanted them. So where I was at, I was like, man, that actually looks like a great product. I think I'm going to buy it. So I bought them, held them. Didn't really tell anybody. I didn't even start making YouTube videos until I was already heavy allocated into Pokemon. So I was doing this way before YouTube, way before, years before I started a YouTube channel. Nobody wanted them. Nobody even cared about Pokemon back then when this was out. Literally not one person cared about Pokemon when this was out. Oh, if you want acrylic, by the way, go to loganspokeship.com. Use code TRJ for a discount on your acrylic to protect your Pokemon investments. Okay, next we can go to Unbroken Bonds here. This booster box right here. I purchased this for, I want to say, $180. And I thought that was crazy at the time. I really did think that was a crazy price at the time. $180 for an Unbroken Bonds booster box. This one and Cosmic Eclipse was the first booster box that I ever invested into, right? Just kept it sealed, didn't open anything. Magnificent pickup. I've held it ever since. Again, acrylic by Logan's Pokeship. Just keep it in the acrylic. Let it do its thing. It literally works harder than, I don't even know what it works hard. Everything than the dollar bill. Unbroken Bonds booster box. I don't even know what price it is today. Last I checked and saw was $2,700. Nobody even cares about Sun and Moon anymore. Nobody talks about Sun and Moon. The box price is $2,700. Give or take. It might even be a different price than that. I really have no idea. Nobody cares. It's dead. It's dead at $2,700. Next, we'll go into Silver Tempest. One of the most meme sets ever. Sat on the Pokemon Center forever. Nobody cared about it. Nobody wanted it. You could pick this up in 2024. I believe you could pick this up all the way through Q2 of 2025. Q3 of 2025, actually. No, 2024. And then it sold out. $143 MSRP. Nobody wanted it for the whole entire print cycle. After it was done being printed, still nobody wanted it. Sat there. The problem that people are going to have is, so you know how everybody's saying that, you know how everybody's saying Sword and Shield is dead right now? People are going to have that same exact problem in the future with Scarlet and Violet when it doesn't do anything. People are going to have that problem with the Mega Evolution era when it doesn't do anything. Because Winds and Wave will be out. And that'll be where, all your favorite investor tubers are telling you to put your money into Winds and Waves because, it's the newest, brightest thing. Silver Tempest, nobody wanted it. Nobody cared at all. Still extremely undervalued today. Okay, Prismatic Evolutions, SPCs, people ravaging, going wild for it, fighting for it. I don't know if you guys saw the clip or not. People are actually like fighting and going nuts in a parking lot. I might play it in here, I might not. Police chase, everything going crazy. You see packs all over the ground. Prismatic SPC, still even today, people are literally willing to die for these boxes. Extremely goofy, might I add. Okay, so let me pull this chair up. Let me do some honorable mentions before we start going down. This is a funny one. I had to keep this. I'm just keeping this for good old time's sake. Shining Fates. Everybody was ravaging for Shining Fates, fighting for Shining Fates, and Vivid Voltage in the stores. Hindsight, we look back at that, they look extremely goofy because these sets are subjectively trash. Nobody wants them. Charizard Chase, Pikachu Chase, nobody wants them. Trash. No one cares anymore. And, it'll happen to the Scarlet and Violet era and Mega Evolution era as time goes on. The terrible sets will get weeded out. And there will be better sets of, better sets in the future of, better eras. And everything will look extremely goofy. This was one of the first boxes I bought right here. As you can tell, Evolutions. You do indeed have a Sword and Shield base, Darkness Ablaze, Team Up, and Burning Shadows pack in here. This is one of the smartest buys I ever did for $29.99. Lining the shelves, sitting on the shelves, nobody wanted it. Nobody wanted any of these packs in here. Nobody wanted Team Up. Guys, nobody cared about Team Up. Nobody cared about Evolutions, and nobody cared about Burning Shadows. When I got into the hobby, all of those sets were sitting. The number one thing that I regret is not looking back as far as I could and putting my dollars as far back as I could into the older eras. Right now, we're in a Mega Evolution era. 2 eras back is Sword and Shield. When I got in Sword and Shield, 2 eras back was X and Y. If I put all my money in X and Y at that time that I came back, I would literally not be on YouTube right now because I would be a multimillionaire. If you are putting your money in Sword and Shield right now today, in 5 to 7 years, you'll probably be a multimillionaire. It's just the way it goes. It is just the way it goes. Because the hobby's going to keep getting bigger. The print runs. Okay, so check this out. Let's use our brains here. The print runs that came out during Sword and Shield are going to look extremely small compared to the amount of demand and the overall growth of the hobby and the number of people coming into the hobby later on in life because, population control doesn't work. There's always going to be more and more people that are, growing up and entering into the hobby. And then all of the stuff from Sword and Shield is going to look like it's short printed. All of the stuff from the Sun and Moon X and Y era is going to look even shorter printed. You're going to have Scarlet and Violet looking like it was short printed because there's just so much more demand and so many more people in the hobby at that time. After we're done with Winds and Waves and we're past that, all of the stuff from the Mega Evolution era is going to look like it's short printed because there's just going to be more and more people coming in. So, Fusion Strike. Nobody cared about Fusion Strike. Nobody cared about Gengar. Nobody cared about Mew. During the release of Fusion Strike, it got printed to high heavens for the actual demand of the hobby, of the scalpers. There was no rip and ships. There was no botters. There was no digital pack rips. We have entered into a new era. And that is just the climate that we navigate in and navigate through right now today in the modern TCG hobby. TCGs have become the ultimate cash cow. TCGs have become the escape. TCGs have become the escape of the 9-to-5, of the rat race. The people, the masses, have chosen TCGs as the number one investment, the number one monetary vehicle, the number one trade of finance. It's funny because even like last year when I was selling a bunch of my stuff and like buying and making moves and stuff, the people I were talking to, they were like, yeah, I don't even want the money. I just want like more Pokemon stuff. I don't even want money. Guys, people are waking up to the dollar being trash. Like, you have to put your dollar somewhere. Wherever it is, you have to put them somewhere. You cannot put them in a savings account. If you really don't know where to put anything, put them in a high yield savings account. It's going to give you like 3.5% right now today with these rates. It's not even worth it to keep your money in a high yield savings account right now today. Pokemon has been performing extremely crazy. Gold and silver has been performing extremely crazy. The farther you go back on any chart and graph, the more up any asset looks like it's gone up over time. If you go back on any chart on the dollar starts way up here and then it goes down like this permanently. That's the way it's designed. Guys, if you don't know this, listen up. It's a very, very simple and very easy to understand situation. Your job is not your 9 to 5. Your 9 to 5 is the vehicle that allows you to first and foremost start your own job. Your job is to figure out where to put your money so that you don't have to trade your time for money anymore, because that's all you're doing right now. You're going to work, you're paying your bills, you're probably doing some type of goofy you're probably on Price Picks, you're probably, drinking, smoking, whatever, wasting money, right? You're essentially just wasting money. If you break it down, you're not wasting your money. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your energy, and you're wasting your life. Think about it. You're literally wasting your life because you're trading your time for money, and you're spending that money on dumb, stupid things. Extremely stupid things that are not going to benefit you in the future. Just think about it. You need to put your dollars in anything else. Doesn't have to be Pokemon cards. Doesn't have to be sealed product. Doesn't have... Figure out what you like. Prismatic Evolutions. Everybody didn't even know it pre-ordered in November of 2024 when Surging Sparks released. I was able to literally chain order PCETBs because nobody was around back then. Everybody came in February when they released. People weren't even around during the pre-orders, literally 3 months before release. People weren't here. People were not here. People thought they were here. And it kind of seemed like there were people here. But there was not people here. I can guarantee you that compared to where we're at right now. Not even close. And everyone's really just chasing that prismatic. I feel like the prismatic release day is nostalgic for people. And people tried to emulate it with Journey Together. They've just been trying to chase the dragon this whole time of that. Oh yeah, this is going to be like Prismatic Evolutions all over again. This is going to be like Prismatic again. It's not. It's not. It's just not. Prismatic is an anomaly. People are trying to force Ascended Heroes up in price. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. People are literally trying to force invest into Ascended Heroes. And I mean, the set's good and all, but it doesn't matter how good a set is if they, print stuff. The longer this goes on, the closer and closer we get to the factories coming online. The longer we go on, the closer we get to, Pokemon being able to actually print crazy. Because, guys, this is what's going to happen. They're going to raise MSRP, and they're also going to raise supply. This is going to cause for a total collapse in sentiment, and the collapse in sentiment is going to essentially reset the market. What does that look like? I don't know. Is it a crash? I don't know. Is it just stagnation? I don't know. Do sets after this time and period go to MSRP? Probably. When sets are MSRP, though, nobody's going to be buying from the secondary market because they can go out to the stores and buy it. Because it's MSRP. Flippers and scalpers aren't going to be here anymore. Just my prediction. It's not fact. Don't make any financial decisions based on the information you heard on this video here today. We got Hidden Fates down there, Lost Origin. Nobody wanted Lost Origin for the longest time. Hidden Fates. Actually, Hidden Fates was actually goated from the beginning. Shout out Hidden Fates. Celebrations. Nobody wanted Celebrations. They liked it in the beginning and then they hated it. Destin Rivals, you know how that went. Everybody here should know how Destin Rivals went. You just weren't able to get any unless you wanted to pay up. Brilliant Stars, nobody wanted it under MSRP. 151, nobody wanted it, way under MSRP. Actually, on Costco flash sale, definitely way under MSRP. XY Evolutions got, printed to oblivion forever. Was in every collection box for 2 eras past because it got printed so much. And this is going to be a topic for another day, but just because things are out of rotation does not mean they're out of print. Anybody telling you that things are out of print are literally hyper shilling you, and they're goofy as all can be. If you made it to this end of this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Join the Patreon to get access to my private Discord if you do so choose to support, and join our great grand community that we have building in there. I'm thinking about opening up the Discord to the public. Of course, there will be the Patreon only members section in there that are separated because, the people that are in that group actually aren't trolls, and, we like to be actual human beings here. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below. When did you get in? If you're watching this right now, when did you get into the Pokemon hobby? I most certainly will be talking to you guys all tomorrow morning. Oh,